Hello friends, welcome to my channel Deep Astro Universe. Today I'll be talking about the transition of Saturn from retrograde motion to direct motion on 4th of November 2023. From past 4 months, Saturn has been retrograde, which eventually has shown lot of changes. As you can see, it shifted from Shatabisha Nakshatra to Dhanishta Nakshatra in October, and eventually in later dates of November, it will again shift to Shatabisha Nakshatra. But on 4th of November, it's first getting direct. Now, direct motion of Saturn, what it will allow, what kind of events will happen in all the lagnas, for all the lagnas. Before I begin, I would like to conclude something like this is a sudden transition from retrograde motion to direct motion, which is happening immediately after the shift of Rahu and Ketu. Now, immediately after the shift of Rahu and Ketu, we will see a change in Saturn's motion. So now, what's actually it is trying to convey? We can see that Rahu is now shifting to Pisces sign. Okay, and Saturn is already there in Aquarius, which was retrograde. So uh, something was planning for you. Some event was fructifying at in those months, but it somewhere got procrastinated. Means if that Aquarius sign is placed in your 10th house, suppose, and Saturn was retrograde in 10th house. So, whatever in these 4 months occurred in your professional life, something, but it got delayed. You didn't get the fruit of it. Now, all of a sudden, because things are changing, means in November you will see a change in Rahu Ketu, and along with that the change in Saturn, and eventually Saturn will also change to Shatabisha Nakshatra, because in October it shifted to Dhanishta Nakshatra. Now it will again shift to Shatabisha Nakshatra. So what will happen exactly in Aquarius sign? Saturn is placed. And in that Aquarius sign, when it will get into Shatabisha Nakshatra, it will start behaving like Rahu. And Rahu, it is placed immediately in the second house from Saturn, that is in Pisces. Now, everything will happen accordingly. And we all the zodiac signs, all the zodiac lagnas are going to see any shift, any kind of shift in any form. Like it can be related to your career, your family life, your money, or anything, health wise, anything, or gaining anything, whatever be the circumstances, whatever be the Mahadasha, but there is certain change happening in November for all the lagnas. So today in this video, I'll be talking about what change is going to come when Saturn is going to transit, or it's going to transition from one motion, that's retrograde motion, to direct motion. So everything is going to change. So first we will start with Aries lagna. Now for Aries lagna, this Saturn is placed in 11th house. 11th house is basically all about gains, opportunities, your social circle, your elder siblings, and all those things. Now, when Saturn will get direct, so all those happenings which got delayed, or you didn't get the fruit of it, whatever things you did, but you didn't get fruit of it. Now, when it will get direct, you will immediately get a fruit of it. Now, what kind of fruit you can get? First of all, when it is getting direct, it will be in Dhanishta Nakshatra. Now, this Dhanishta Nakshatra is a nakshatra of Mars. So, wherever Mars is transitioning, if Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantar is of Mars, especially Mahadasha and Antardasha, then maybe in that nakshatra time period only things will fructify. But when this Saturn will shift to Shatabisha Nakshatra, that's Rahu Nakshatra. So, Rahu is already shifting to Pisces sign, that is next to Aquarius sign. So whatever things, means if you were thinking of going abroad or getting a job opportunity in MNC, means something related to foreign, or import export or something like that, or you wanted to work somewhere like in hospitals or some places like that, or you want to get into spirituality, you will get source of income, anything, any kind of source of income, or you get any opportunity from foreign places. This is indicating that. And if Mahadasha, Antardasha, or Pratyantardasha, should say strongly about Mahadasha and Antardasha of Saturn, Rahu, or Mars, especially Saturn and Rahu, I should say, then this point, or Jupiter, even Jupiter, because Rahu is sitting in the sign of Jupiter, that's Pisces, and Saturn is sitting in the sign of Aquarius, its own sign, and Mool Trikona sign of Rahu, then it's a strong indication that you are going to get gain from foreign lands. Okay, now, or you are going to get all the social networking and gains, or your all the friend circle is going to shift to foreign places. So it's a very good indication for you too. Now coming to Taurus Lagna. For Taurus Lagna, Saturn is placed in your 10th house. It's getting direct. And Rahu will be placed in your 11th house. Now when Saturn is placed in your 10th house, Dhanishta Nakshatra, for a very small period of time, and if Mars Mahadasha Antardasha is going on, then things might happen in that period of time. Something related to Mars, if wherever Mars will be placed, like that. But majorly, when this will shift to Shatabisha Nakshatra, then what will happen, that Rahu, as it is placed in the 11th house, so now Saturn will give lot of gains related to your career, or lot of opportunities related to your career all of a sudden. That will be very quick transition happening in your life. So as I said, Dhanishta Nakshatra is all about uh, uh, you know lot of wealth, lot of luxury, all those things, and immediately after that it will get into Shatabisha Nakshatra. So these happenings, whatever things were pending in your life, those all are going to fructify in this period of time. November is especially good, very, very good for all the lagnas. Something is going to happen, something is going to fructify, which was delayed in these 4 months. So something is going to fructify. Now I will come to Gemini. Now, coming to Gemini Lagna. For Gemini Lagna, your Saturn is placed in the ninth house. Now, in the ninth house, Saturn, Aquarius sign, and your Rahu is placed in your 10th house. So, for the time being, if your Mahadasha Antardasha is of Jupiter, Rahu, or Saturn, then what is going to happen? Now, I should not talk about the Dhanishta Nakshatra because it's a very small time period. I will only talk about Shatabisha Nakshatra. So now, when Saturn will get direct and it will enter into Shatabisha Nakshatra, then it will behave like Rahu. Rahu is placed in your 10th house. So now, what will happen? Whatever you were looking for in your career, whatever you were looking for in your career from the past 4 months, whatever kind of career, whatever you wanted to have in your career, or shift, or whatever change you wanted to have, things will start happening. Your ninth house is activated. That means your luck will help you to travel and get what you want in your career, in your status. So now luck will help you get that position, get that status, get that job. So it's a very good time for you too. So everything that got delayed in those 4 months when Saturn was retrograde, now things will fructify, now things will happen, that too immediately, because Saturn is sitting in the sign of Aquarius, which is Mool Trikona sign of Rahu, and Rahu will be placed next to Saturn. And Saturn will also be in Shatabisha Nakshatra. Overall, Saturn will behave only like Rahu. So that means everything that you wanted but you were unable to achieve or get, now luck will help you. Now higher power, your father, your gurus are going to help you get that status, get that position, get that change in your career. So everything is going to fructify now. Things might get little slow, but still you are going to get it, because all the stars are in your favor. If especially the Mahadasha Antardasha is of Rahu, Saturn, and Jupiter, then this will happen, this change will happen. Now coming to the Cancer Lagna people. For Cancer Lagna people, Saturn is placed in your 8th house. Now Saturn placed in your 8th house is getting direct. Now in the case of retrograde, Saturn behaves more like Rahu. It's very impulsive, obsessive, like all those people who have got OCD. So they want things all of a sudden, they are very impatient. Now in 8th house, when it will delay, when it will get direct, so what will happen? So things that you did in your past 4 months, last 4 months, whatever you did, now the whole thing will get fructify in this time period when it will get direct. And this shift, you can see majorly in November. Why? Because Rahu is also shifting in Pisces just next to Saturn, and Saturn will already in Shatabisha, and it will again get into Shatabisha nakshatra of Rahu in November after getting direct. So it will more so ever behave like Rahu only. So now anything that you wanted to get related to your higher education, something related to research, something related to works which require research and analysis, or something getting a higher degree related to especially PhD, or something in some higher education subjects related to eighth house, I should say, or you wanted to travel some areas near to oceans or something like that, you wanted to travel to foreign places or something like that, these all things, even you, if you wanted a guru, or you wanted your father to help in something, some areas, then these things will happen, will fructify all of a sudden transformation, and that transformation might bring little bit of hard work or anxiety in you, because ultimately eighth house is activated and ninth house is also getting activated, so you will get things, you will go to different place wherever you are. Now you will be shifting to some other place, especially to foreign places. A lot of chance are there that you might shift to some other place. So uh, but that whatever transition will happen in your life in November, you will see that uh, that definitely will bring some kind of trouble or anxiety, some kind of hurdle, I should say, because eighth house is getting activated. Eighth house has got both good and bad traits. Now if it's going to bring good traits, then it also going to bring bad traits, and bad traits are that you might feel a certain kind of burden, trouble, which gets you into anxiety and tension, all those kind of things, but nothing to worry about. Things will happen for the good only. Later, after Saturn transition happens in your ninth and 10th house, these things will actually get better and better. So don't worry. Now coming to Leo Lagna. Now coming to Leo Lagna. For Leo Lagna people, this is happening in your seventh house. Now Saturn is placed in your seventh house, and it's getting direct. Now because Saturn is in your seventh house and Rahu will be in your eighth house, Pisces sign, and when Saturn will get into Shatabisha Nakshatra after getting direct, then what will happen? Because Shatabisha Nakshatra is of Rahu Nakshatra, and after getting direct, immediately from the retrograde motion, what will happen? The things that you thought for related to something related to your seventh house, like you wanted to start a business, you wanted to get into a relationship or tie a knot, means you wanted to get married, then things will now fructify. And because eighth house will also get activated, then you have high chance of getting married. And secondly, not just getting married, some people might think that how can this Rahu help you get married? Because can Rahu help you get married? Because Rahu and Ketu are considered to be hindrance for marriage. See, let me tell you one thing. Sometimes Rahu and Ketu help you get married instead of hindering you get married. Okay. So I have seen certain kundlis where Rahu and Ketu were placed in seventh house and they got married early. So, delay in marriage, hurdle in marriage is nothing related to Rahu and Ketu. Rahu and Ketu have got different perspective. We need to understand that. It's not always what we think. So, this will help you even get married if you are looking for a partner. So it will activate your seventh house and eighth house. So not just getting married, but it will help you starting a business, and you can get lot of uh, those. You can, if you were looking for some opportunities to invest in shares, or you wanted to invest in mutual funds, all those kind of things, or you have a particular mahadasha antardasha where uh, the time is the event is telling you that you might get inheritance, so all those things are also fructifying. Majorly it is going to help you in business and getting married. And if things are in your favor, then even the uh, especially things related to, I should say, share market, or uh, income tax, or all those things, all those kind of incomes or wealth where you do not put lot of effort, they are unearned money, all those kind of wealth can even be generated during this time. you might get a lottery or something like that, shares, mutual funds, all those kind of things, or inheritance. These are unearned money, so there are a lot of chance you might get unearned money. That's why I said there is huge chance of getting married. There also people get dowry, so that's the thing. So seventh and eighth house is getting activated. Now I will talk about Virgo. Now, Virgo Lagna, you have got sixth house Saturn, and Rahu will be in your seventh house. Now, sixth house Saturn, it's getting direct. Now, it will activate all the things related to sixth house. So, if you were trying for a service, you gave a competitive exam anywhere in public sector or private sector, this is the time when you will get result in your favor. There is a huge chance because sixth house is all about competition. So wherever there is a competition, you have huge chance to win it. Now, because earlier it was retrograde, so retrograde motion is basically all about uh, things get really impatient. Like uh, you tried hard when it was retrograde, but you never got a result in your favor. Like either it got delayed or it got denied. But when it is turning direct, Saturn will start acting in your favor. Okay, so it will start acting in your favor, and eventually, because it will be in Shatbisha Nakshatra and Rahu is sitting next to it, so ultimately things are going to definitely going to get fructify, and you will get, because seventh is not just about business partnership, but it is also about status, because it's 10th to 10th, so it is it's actually status. So you will get status, you will get recognition, you will get a desired job, a desired career. And even if you were in some trouble due to some litigation or court cases, that also will get solved. Or you were having some problems uh, of any kind of trouble from enemies or something like that during these period, then all those things are also going to get sorted out. Now, because I said that everything is happening in November, because immediately after Rahu Ketu shift, Saturn is also transitioning its motion from retrograde to direct. Now, this all happenings of events. So now talking about Libra Lagna. For Libra Lagna people, Saturn is getting direct in your fifth house. Now, for fifth house, these this is especially related to your skills, your not just skills, your intelligence, your creativity, and your children, your love life, everything related to fifth house. And even it's all about name and fame also, it's about fame also. So when we talk about fifth house, and Saturn here is getting direct, and it will be in Shatbisha Nakshatra, which is a nakshatra of Rahu, and Rahu will be placed in your sixth house. Now, what's going to happen? Saturn will completely behave like Rahu, and it is activating fifth and sixth house. So now you are going to get something in your life, maybe some kind of, because sixth house is also about it's earth trikona sign, means it's a wealth sign also, it's a sign of income also. So through your intelligence or your creativity, you are going to get a career or a desired job where you can actually get either good amount of salary or wealth, something like that, because it's activating your fifth and sixth house. Now, because why I'm saying that it's only about wealth or something like that, because whenever Rahu is placed in sixth house, it actually increases chances of getting wealth, okay, and getting good career also. Whatever be, you will be able to qualify competitive exam, and that exam or that position, whatever you are going to get in any career related to sixth house, whether you are trying to get become a lawyer, or any field of doctor which is related to sixth house, and any field which is all about competition, where there is huge competition, litigation, fights, all those types of fields. And as I said, field where doctors are also involved. So wherever these situations are there, then you will definitely will be able to acquire a good position and good name over there, because this is indicating mostly about fifth and sixth house. And fifth house is all about your intelligence. So through your intelligence, through your knowledge, through your creativity is not just about uh, creativity, as I said, singing, dancing, all those things. Creativity is anything that you do creatively. Even people who are in science and technology or anything like that, they also do things creatively, their own way. You need to think creatively. So that's how you will acquire this job or position. And because Rahu is involved and it's in this Shatabisha nakshatra, so mostly things will occur all of a sudden, and there will be involvement of foreign type of element. So everywhere, wherever this shift is happening, foreign element will definitely be involved. And things like Shatabisha is magic. So whatever will be happening for all the lagnas, that will be like magic for every lagna. Wherever, whichever houses this is going to activate, things will happen magically in your life. In November, things will happen magically in your life, in all of yours life, all of Lagna's life, whichever house it is activating. If for this, as I said, Libra people, it is activating fifth and sixth, then it will be magic in your life that things that you were waiting for will fructify in November or December, like that. So, as I said, now coming to Scorpio Lagna, for Scorpio Lagna people, Saturn is in their fourth house and Rahu will be in your fifth house. So now, what's going to happen? So, Saturn is there in your fourth house. So, if you were desiring to get a big house, or I shouldn't say big house, you were desiring to get a house or any kind of property, or you wanted to buy a car or something like that. You wanted all these things. You wanted to start something new in your life from your home itself only. Anything like that, from your homeland, or you wanted to buy properties or anything, okay, related to fourth house, or you wanted to start your basic education if you are a kid, then also these things will now fructify, and it will ultimately give you fame. Means whatever will happen, it will give you fame. That fame could be limited to some people around you. Maybe you buy a bungalow, or you buy a flat, or you buy a car, so people around will start appraising you. Okay, so that kind of a fame you might get, or you might even get a big fame also. Fifth house is not just about creativity, intelligence, or children, love affair, and all those things, but it is even about uh, fame. Shah Rukh Khan has got his 10th house lord in 5th house. That's why whatever he did in his career, he got fame. So 5th house gives you fame. So whatever 4th house will activate, whatever you will get in your life related to 4th house, it will give you fame. And it can even bring a child in your life if you were looking for a child. It can even get a love partner, partner who is very loving to you. Someone who will be foreigner, means someone who is, whosoever will come in your life will be like a foreign entity, okay, for your home environment, like that. So this can also fructify. So majorly, whatever changes are going to happen in November, that will be stable and long term. And all the major changes in everybody's life are going to occur in these last 2 months of the year. These are the biggest changes happening in everybody's life. So let's wait for it. Now, coming to Sagittarius Lagna people, for them, Saturn is there in their third house. Saturn getting direct in their third house, and Rahu will be placed in their fourth house. So Saturn will now majorly behave like Rahu, and Rahu is sitting in fourth house, and it is activating, Saturn is activating third house. Now, whatever you were thinking for your life related to third house, then this is the time that you will find it getting fructified. You will get fruits of all those hard work now in these last 2 months of the year 2023. So, as I said, Saturn is sitting in your third house. It's aspecting from the third aspect to your fifth house, then seventh aspect on your ninth house, and 10th aspect on your 12th house. So majorly you wanted to go to foreign land, you wanted to shift to some other place, majorly to a foreign place or some far away distant state, something like that, related to your higher education, or you wanted to become a software or information technology or something like that engineer, because third house is all about digital engineering, digital communication, something related to that, or anything you wanted to do in foreign lands, higher education also. So now things will fructify. You will go away from your home. Yes, you will go away from your home. Whatever you were thinking, now you will go away from your home. Definitely. There is a change in your life. There is a major change in your life, in your career. Major change. You wanted to go outside your zone. If in India you wanted to go to foreign land, if in one state you wanted to go to another state which is far away from your state, which is very foreign, then everything is going to get fructified. Whatever hard work you did till now, it's going to get fructified in November and December. Now coming to Capricorn Lagna people. For Capricorn Lagna people, Saturn is sitting in your second house. It's getting direct. It will be in Shatbisha Nakshatra. Now Shatbisha Nakshatra is of Rahu. Rahu is sitting next to Saturn in Pisces sign, third house. So what it's telling, you thought of accumulating a good wealth. You wanted a good income, source of income, good wealth, something like that. But unfortunately, things were not happening in your way because your family environment is very restricting, very hard. You speak very less, all those kind of things. Very strict environment at your home. You wanted to start earning source of income. You wanted to earn. You wanted to now have some source of income. You wanted that. Your family environment is very strict. Those people who live in a families of, I had some IT professors, scientists, or some very strict army people. They've got a very routine life. Those people have got Saturn in their second house. Very routine. Father is very strict. Their family life is very strict. They speak less. So all those kind of things now will fructify, because from third aspect it's aspecting your fourth house, seventh aspect is on your eighth house, and 10th aspect is on your 11th house. Ultimately you wanted gain, you wanted money. So this transformation is going to happen, and you will travel. Definitely you will travel, and whatever be the source of income for you at this time, you will have lot of gains, and you uh, will do a lot of communication also, through your communication, through your digital communication, through your communication, through your siblings. Your younger siblings will help you, or your digital communication, networking, all those things, your own communication, this will help you. Or maybe you start working as a software or something, kind of where you require computer, majorly computer. So that kind of work you might get, because you are desiring to get some source of income. You were desiring some source of income, somewhere you get some kind of wealth or something like that. If not source of income, then you were desiring for money, stability of money from somewhere, from somewhere. Now it's going to fructify. So you will see this change in November and December. Then coming up to Aquarius Lagna people. For Aquarius Lagna people, Saturn will get director in their first house, and Rahu will be placed in their second house. So Rahu is all about sudden transformation. Now, you desired to move out of your zone. You wanted to see change in your career. You wanted to see a status in your career, a rise of status in your career, a rise of status in your career through increase of your income. But you tried hard, but unfortunately no result fructified till now, or it got delayed. But in November and December, Rahu sitting in second house is talking about that there is a sudden change in your source of income, money, second house. So there is a major change, major shift. So it might tell, or it might help you gain a better position in your career, in your work life, in your business, whatever kind of work you're doing, whatever kind of status you have, you will see a expansion in your career, expansion in your business, expansion in your status, expansion in your family life, wealth. There will be expansion over there. Okay, you wanted that. Now it will happen. Now it will fructify. Okay, so coming to Pisces Lagna. For Pisces Lagna people, Aquarius is in your 12th house. There you have got Saturn. Saturn will be shifting its motion from retrograde to direct on 4th of November. Rahu will be sitting in your first house. All your concentration is, obsession is on yourself. You are only bothered or thinking about your own personality, your own persona. That's it. So from 30th October, you'll be thinking about your health, your personality. You will be little selfish or obsessive about yourself. Now, when Saturn is in your 12th house, okay, it was retrograde. You were thinking about getting gains from some foreign places, from some MNCs or something like that, or export import. You wanted to get into spirituality or something related to 12th house. You wanted gains or opportunities from 12th house, but it was getting delayed or things got denied. Okay, you didn't get any result at that time. You tried hard. Okay, maybe result is still awaiting. Now what is going to happen in this time? So it is activating 12th and first house. Now things will start fructifying, because from there it will be Saturn will be aspecting your second house, your sixth house, and your ninth house. Now there is a major shift. You will be shifting your place. You will be shifting your place. That's why maybe you start concentrating on yourself and on increasing your income, source of income, shifting to new place. That's the major thing, and this will fructify. It will majorly fructify, because now you will be only bothered about yourself. Your goal is to get a better position, better job, higher education, something like that, at some better position which gives you better income, source of income. So it will help you, definitely it will help you. And one major thing you need to keep is, if you are married, then because Ketu will be in your seventh house, it might disturb your uh, marital relationship. It might, because now you will be completely focused on yourself. You might forget about your wife or your husband. So be aware of it. Else, this time is really nice if you were thinking about any change. You wanted to shift to some other place related to your higher education, your job, your career. All those things are going to fructify. Or you, if you wanted even to get into spirituality or some kind of those kind of works which people volunteer, uh, those social cause where you can work and you can do charity, those kind of job also you can do. So ultimately these are the results for all the lagnas. Saturn is definitely going to give good result to everyone, every lagna people in November and December. And it's a major shift for everyone. Whatever you were thinking from the past 4 months, and whatever hindrance you were facing, and it was getting denied or delayed, now it's time those things are going to fructify, because Saturn will be in Aquarius direct motion, and next to Aquarius is Pisces, where Rahu will be there, and Saturn will be in nakshatra of Shatabisha, which is Rahu's nakshatra. So whatever hard work you will do, it will give you status in your life. Rahu is also about fame and status. So maybe that status be a fake status or fake fame, small fame in the surrounding, but it will actually give you that. So that's all for today. If you really like this video, then please do comment and watch it, and keep watching my channel Deep Astro Universe, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much. Namaste.